Hi. Oh. No, Scott, please, just give me 1 minute of your time. 1 minute. I'm begging you. Just 1 minute, please.
45 seconds.
Okay. Listen, I know how much I miss Serena. I just know she misses me, too. From the way she hugged me at the hospital, I could tell it. Listen, I got these tickets to the circus in the mail. You know, I ordered them before. Well,
Lucy,
what happened?
Lucy,
please.
What is Serena gonna do at the circus, you know? She can't see the clowns.
But I could describe everything to her, you know, and we could giggle like we always do and get cotton candy all over and eat corny dogs that she loves. You know, we could do all that.
What do you want from me?
I want another chance. Just another chance.
You used that chance up when you siphoned the gas out of Eve's car.
Don't you think I'm going to be paying for that? I'm going to be trying to make up for that the rest of my life, but you can't let me not see Serena. I can only do it if you let me see her.
Lucy, you got to understand something, okay? There's no more chances. There's no more working it out. There's no more nothing. You blew it!
No, you cannot do this. You cannot just shut me out of her life forever. Please.
I am going to do everything in my power to keep Serena away from you and protect her, okay? So, scram. Leave us alone.
Who was that?
Oh, it was the full of brush man. So what's up? What are you doing?
I did what you said. I poured myself a glass of milk. And I spilled some, but then I got us some cookies. I did that all by myself.
Well, that's terrific. Aren't you the little hostess with the mostest there, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, you all right?
I hit that stupid table again.
Oh, that's okay, but next time you'll remember that table is there.
I told you I couldn't do it.
You know, the important thing is that you tried. You tried.
But I fell.
Yeah, you made a mess. Big deal. I'll clean it up.
I can't do anything without falling or bumping into something.
Well, I bump and fall all the time. Everybody's always afraid of that.
But today stunk. The man at the store knew I couldn't see, so he talked real loud like I couldn't hear. And then Norma in group wanted me to say something, but I didn't feel like it.
Well, there's no law that says that you have to speak in group every time you're in there.
I bet I broke the phone.
Well, let's see. Nope. The phone is working fine.
It doesn't matter anyway. None of my friends ever call me.
Now, that's not true. Neil calls.
Missy never calls. She doesn't want to have a sleepover. We can't do things we used to before. We can't even have pillow fights. We can't do anything anymore.
I just stopped by to let you know that you were right. I'm still the town pariah. No one's speaking to me except Luke, you know, and he's leaving town, so, but I can see you're busy and you got lots to do, and I'm glad to see you're up and around, so I'm gonna go some other time.
Oh, wait a minute. So, I'm the only one left in the Lucy Cove fan club.
Yeah, well, you have to be, since I saved your life.
Mm-hmm. Well, I can't think of a better reason for membership, so that can wait, and you come on over here. Let's have it.
I tried to meet with Scott again, and I stopped by and, once again, truthfully, he slammed the door right in my face. It seems he doesn't really ever want me to see Serena again, and to him, I don't even exist anymore. And, so on the way, when I was crying so hard, I couldn't see or think straight or anything, I, had something come to my mind that I believe Scott's right.
About what?
About me, and I think that, Kevin's right, too. who in their right mind would really want a person like me in their life?
Oh,
No, wait a minute. You wait. Just listen, just for a second, okay? You know that Scott and Kevin are both very good people, right? And so when I came to that realization, it occurred to me that I need to ask myself what kind of person I am. And what hit me was pretty bad, and it smacked me right in the face.
What was your conclusion?
I'm rotten. That's simple. I realized that if you took a calendar out of your little desk drawer and you looked every single day on that calendar and you asked, what did Lucy Coe do on that day, you would realize I did something rotten to somebody on that day, at least somehow, in some way. Well, scratch that. Before Dominique, that was absolutely true. And then after Dominique, well, look what has happened. I can't even get away from it.
Dominique, is this Dominique Baldwin?
Yeah. She was my first really friend, and she told me, she actually taught me that people could be good to each other. Before that, I really had no idea.
You valued her.
Oh, yeah. Very, very much.
Well, if she was your friend, she must have known that you were not a bad person.
Yes and no. I think that she saw me for what I was, and she just chose to see the good.
You mean there's actually a shred of decency in evil Lucy Coe?
The truth of the matter is she trusted me with the most important thing in the whole world, carrying her child, and I did that. And when I gave birth to Serena on that day, I swore that I would protect that little girl. I would take such good care of her.
Lucy.
No, I didn't do it. I did exactly the opposite, didn't I? I truly hurt Serena.
Lucy, you know, you may be fighting real hard to believe that Dominique was wrong about you, but don't expect me to join in. It is obvious to me that she had you right on the money from the start.
Kevin!
Well, I must say, some people never look right dining alone. You must be waiting for someone.
Chris Ramsey stood me up for an angry appendix. Are you here dining alone?
That was the plan?
Well, I'd love it if you would join me. I realize that I'm not one of your favorite people right now after what I did at your wedding, and I'd like to make amends for it if you'd let me.
Don't you sit there with a straight face and tell me that I am not a bad person, because that's exactly what you said at the cabin.
What I should have said was that you did a bad thing. But you can't see beyond something that you did on your worst day.
Oh, my whole life happens to be a compilation of worst days. No one's going to write the Lucy Coe greatest hits of her life book.
You know, my mom always says that we are not our worst days. We're not our best days. It is the sum total of all of our days that make us who we are.
I am sure that you have had some very bad days. But your worst day doesn't equal ruining somebody's life, especially not a little child's.
Well, does causing someone's death count as bad enough? The first time I lost a patient, I felt like a murderer.
Well, you're a doctor. Doctors can't save everybody.
No, we can't. But that man should have been saved. He died because he had an allergic reaction to a drug I gave him.
I'm sure you couldn't have known.
It was my responsibility to find out. It was only the third week of my internship, and I found myself in an emergency situation with no attending physician anywhere in sight. I thought if I didn't administer the drug that he would definitely die. I also knew that his chances of having a bad reaction to the medication was slim. So instead of waiting for a consult, instead of waiting till I could get his medical history, I gambled. I mean, everyone said that it was an urgent situation, and I did the best I could. But I know that that man died because of me.
Wow. Well, I guess it's just like I know that Serena is blind because of me.
But that was your worst day. But one of your best days was saving me from drowning in that well.
Well, you know, I had no choice. I just did what I had to do.
Oh, most ordinary people would have given up, Lucy. You kept plugging away until you found the solution and saved me.
You just hit the nail right on the head. Don't you see? Ordinary people would not concoct some plan that causes a child to go blind.
You didn't plan to hurt Serena. That was a mistake that you will have to take responsibility for as long as you live. But you also have to accept that you are an extraordinary person. And when remarkable people screw up, they do it with a lot more fireworks than your average person. But people like you also perform wonders while the rest of us just stand around watching. I mean, isn't it time to accept the good that you've done and want to do? I mean, at least as much as you punish yourself for the dark side of your life.
How in the world do I do that?
Stop beating yourself up for starters. Other than that, only you can say.
You know, when you were a baby, I used to go to the bookstore and I'd buy all these books that I thought that you'd like to read.
But I couldn't read when I was a baby.
Well, yeah, but they were books that I wanted to read to you.
Is that why we have so many books?
That's right. And there's this particular book that comes to mind that I think is just perfect for this occasion. It's about a boy named Alexander.
Oh, not that story. Please, Daddy, not that story.
Please, come on. It's my favorite story. Please, come on, let me read it to you, okay?
Okay.
Okay, good. All right. Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day by Judith Voist. Illustrated by Ray Cruz.
But his day wasn't as bad as mine.
Oh, well, let's see about that. Okay. All right, here we go. I went to sleep with gum in my mouth, and now there's gum in my hair. When I got out of bed this morning, I tripped on the skateboard, and by mistake, I dropped my sweater in the sink while the water was running, and I could tell it was going to be a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day.
I could tell when I hurt my knee in the chair while I was getting dressed.
Well, you see, stuff like this happens to everyone. At school, Mrs. Dickens liked Paul's picture of the sailboat better than my picture of the invisible castle. I could tell that it was going to be a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad
day.
There you go. Now you're getting the swing.
I can't remember what's next.
At singing time, she said I sang too loud. At counting time, she said I left out 16. Who needs 16? I could tell it was going to be a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day.
How's your chicken?
Fine.
Okay. Okay, I can play this nothing's wrong game, but only if you try harder.
It's that obvious, huh?
Oh, no. You're as happy as a clam.
Okay. I went to the mental institution the other day to visit Lark's mother. You know, she bought a voice activator just like the one found in the Scanlon's home.
Karen told me about it.
Did she also tell you that Greg Cooper's at the same hospital?
Isn't that just the weirdest coincidence?
But is it coincidental? That's what we'd like to find out.
Who's we?
If I tell you something, can you swear to me that you'll keep it a secret? My father's life might depend on it.
I swear, Kevin. Listen, it means a lot that you trust me, and I promise I will not let you down.
Victor came up with an idea to pretend that he's ill so he could go back into the institution to find out if Cooper or Lark's mother have anything to do with the murders. I hated this plan as soon as I heard it, but Victor was determined to do it whether I helped him or not. Thought I was doing fine with it until I left him there. If Cooper does have something to do with the murders, my father could be a target.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Victor is a brilliant, brilliant man. But committing him to a mental institution to catch a homicidal maniac sounds a bit iffy.
What it sounds like is one of Lucy's ideas.
Well, I wasn't going to say that. But is it? Are you and Lucy back together?
No, we're not. No, this is Victor's idea from beginning to end. Lucy and Victor are a lot more alike than I care to think about.
So if you're going to go along with this plan, that must mean that you don't think Julie committed these murders.
No. But with Julie's trial starting tomorrow, I felt that we had to do something drastic. Maybe the killer would let his guard down.
Well, how do you plan on communicating with Victor on the inside?
Well, he's a voluntary admission. He doesn't have restrictions on phone calls or visitors.
What if I pose as an orderly, and that way I can scope out the inside information? I can get back to you on, like, the different angles and stuff.
No,
what about that?
no,
oh,
no,
come on.
no. First of all, posing as an orderly in a medical facility won't be such a career boost for you if you get caught. And I'd like to try and contain the collateral damage to people I care about on this one.
Does that mean I'm on the list of people you care about? Do you forgive me for interrupting your wedding?
I'll never like what you did.
I did what I did because I had to. Lucy left me no choice.
And we are never going to agree on what your other options might have been. So let's just drop it. And we'll agree that friends don't always see eye to eye.
Instead of you going back to that big old empty lighthouse, what do you say we go for a walk or something?
It's that obvious I don't want to go home either. Place is awfully quiet without Lucy and Victor these days. The silence makes me ask questions I don't have answers for.
Hi. I haven't been here in a while, huh? I hope you can forgive me. I was just so ashamed about what has happened. I wasn't sure I could even ever face you again. But I am here because I finally got the guts to say, Dominique, I am so sorry. I am really sorry for what happened to Serena. But not only that, I am sorry that I have not lived up to the person that you showed me I could be. See, I didn't want to share Serena. I didn't think that she could love me the same, with someone else in her life. I thought her love was a finite thing. So I tried to cut Eve completely out of her life. And that was such a shameful, humiliating thing to do. And it cost me my doc. And it cost me my friendship with Scott. And it hurt our daughter. And so right now, everything that is permeating my life is about Serena. Serena is permeating my whole world. And I wanted to be the kind of person that Serena could be proud of and that you could be proud of. I just didn't know how to go about it. I didn't know how. And then it dawned on me that I need to live my life so that I can be proud of me. Can you imagine a person living their life like that? Of course you can, because you did that. Well, now it's my turn.
The cat wants to sleep with Anthony, not with me. It's been a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. My mom says some days are like that. Even in Australia. Well, I guess everybody has bad days, huh?
Mm-hmm. Even in Port Charles.
Especially in Port Charles.
I'm tired. That was a good book, but I'm tired. I think I'm going to go up to my bed. Daddy, could I please have my cane?
You bet.
I think I'm going to try and go upstairs all by myself.
Hey, that's a great idea. Capital idea.
Maybe tomorrow won't be so bad after all.
Let's keep our fingers crossed, huh?
Okay, that's a good idea. One, two, three, four.
Tomorrow's gonna be a good day. I know it.
7, 8.
This is Kevin Newman. Tomorrow, calcium. Could it be the cure for PMS? Plus, actress Halle Berry on Fools and Love, her new movie. That's tomorrow on Good Morning America.
Suzanne makes a startling admission about Lark. Visit Port Charles at abc.com for a sneak peek at tomorrow's show.